Hi.
Can we have the team news ahead of Sunday, please? The injury news for Sunday.
The introduce of Sunday is a derby, is an important match. We came from two difficult game, and we want to change this situation. We want to play a great game. We want to win, and we will pick up the best team to try to win.
Is it the same squad? No new injuries. The same players.
No new injuries. We have a problem with Sessegnon, but was clear from the last game that Sessegnon wasn't in the squad, so now at the moment he's not available, and not any news.
How is Antonio? And this time, a proper rest. Will you have more authority with the team talks?
Oh, I have the same authority I had before he came back, but since the moment he came back after today's Antonio feel his feeling was that maybe he underestimated the procedure after the surgery, and coming close to the game, the stress and the tension he lives like normally before the game creates some problem, and when they check with the doctor, with the club, they spoke for a long time about this. The decision was this, so you need to take it easy again, and he will come back soon, but not like he hoped.
Yeah, he's had a very tough year personally as well, hasn't he, Christian? And we all know that. Do you feel, or is there maybe a feeling he might need an extended period away, or you know him a lot more than us, that he will want to come back soon?
Also, yesterday we have a call every day, many times in a day, probably 3 times per day, and every time he wants to come back, and he repeat every day, I want to come back, Christian. I'm sorry, but how was the training? Tomorrow we have to organize something particular. We have to organize the team. What do you feel? What do you think? But I want to come back. It's every time in his sentences.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alex.
Hi, Christian.
Hi.
Tottenham dropped points against West Ham earlier in the season. How tough a game do you expect on Sunday?
Yeah, against West Ham is every time a tough game because at first it is a derby, and they are a good team. They have a great skill in some point, in some situation, because they are a team that never consider a goal from set pieces. They are a team strong in set pieces. They are a team strong in the counter-attack, and they are a team strong because last season was a great season, and they didn't change many players. So we have to be careful because they are a good team, and it's a derby, and that create a good feeling for us, but also a good feeling for them. So it's an important game, and we have to respect.
And after back-to-back defeats, what kind of reaction do you want to see from your players, and how will you try and reignite them at the weekend?
Yeah, I want to see the reaction from the start. The first minute will be very important for us because we have to show the desire to play the best game we can.
Thank you, Alex. Ian.
Hi, Christian. Just going back to Antonio Conte and how long he's actually going to be away for. He might be telling you every day he wants to come back, but if, for example, he was a player and he was ruled out for a period of time, he would be away for that period of time. How long has he been told he has to stay away from because of the training ground or the games? Because clearly health is more important than football, right?
Yeah. Health is more important than football, and this is the reason why the club, Antonio, and doctors decide to take this responsibility and leave Antonio in Italy after the last game. But we don't know the time he need to rest. We think, they think, the doctor thinks about the time, and they have an idea, but is really a feeling from Antonio because he is playing very well. That surgery was not an easy surgery. It was a surgery with emergency. The inflammation was big, and maybe they underestimate this situation. He need time to be 100%. And Antonio, not at 100%, is not Antonio. And that creates stress, over stress. And this is dangerous after a surgery like that. So.
I don't know who's picking the team on Sunday. Last time I asked you, you said it would be a combination of you and Antonio. But sometimes when you pick a team, you have to make big decisions. And Heung-min Son this year, apart from his cameo against Leicester, hasn't really looked the player we know him to be. If you have to pick the team this weekend, would you be prepared to make the big decisions like dropping a big playing player like Heung-min Son?
Yeah, every time when you pick up the team, you have to leave someone on the bench, and normally it's not important the player. You have to maybe leave on the bench. It's about the team that has to play, and is important also if some important players stay on the bench. Is effort when he come in. It's very important because we had an experience with Sonny, we have experience with Richarlison, we have experience with Deki Kulusevski. From the bench, they change the game. And this is normal, and it's normal for everyone, not because you have an important player, he has to play compulsory. If he need to play, sometimes they need also to rest because we have a tough fixture, a tough moment. We play many games, and sometimes you have to change the player also to perform better.
Thanks, Ian. Ali?
Talking about selection decisions there, obviously Pape Matar and Ollie Skip were both superb the other night. How difficult a decision is that now with Guillermo Højbjerg coming back? Which one of them is likely to pair up with him?
We will take this decision thinking about the game, and the details in the game will be so important. So the decision we will take is about the game and the characteristic of the opponent and what we need from our player and the type of game we expect to play.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but Tottenham fans there's a growing affection towards you, presumably because you've been winning matches when you've been in charge as well. I mean, is that strange for you, kind of to be in the spotlight in that way and having fans kind of talking at you?
Yeah, it's a bit strange for me because normally an assistant coach work behind the spot, and no one knows very well the assistant. But this is a strange thing for me. But I repeat every time, I'm not alone. There are many people that work with me, and they push the team to work well and push everyone in another level. And Ryan Mason was important every time, will be important tomorrow, is important at the moment for me and the team and all the staff, Coratti, Bruno, Savorani for the keeper. So we work together. Sometimes when you have what we are learning now is when there is Antonio take responsibility. He has a great character, and he take many times the responsibility. He asks to the assistant, what do you think, but the responsibility is on him. Now we have to take a decision together, and we work more like a team. Then instead, when Antonio is here, sometimes it's Antonio that take a responsibility and take decision, sometimes also without explain to us why.
Okay, Roman?
Hi, Christian. Can
Hi.
I just ask you about Bissouma? I mean, he was signed this summer, and the expectations was that he would wake up the coin. And now that Rodrigo is injured, if he was fit, this would have been a really good opportunity. How is he taking his recovery? Is he
we have to wait with Bissouma because it's a fracture, a stress that came from overload and stress. It's a fracture, so we need time. We are so sad for Bis because now without Rodrigo could be an important player, but in football that happened. We were happy about Bissouma effort and what he did into the pitch. We knew very well from the start of the season that a player like Bissouma maybe need time to understand our idea, to understand the difference between to play in a different club, in a different level, in Champions League, and so it's not the same. So he needed time. He take his time, and now we were happy about this, and now we are sad because we have now this with us, but we have to accept this.
And finish with George in this section, please.
Hi, Christian.
Hi.
Obviously, the formation largely all season has been 3-4-3, and I think generally the players, you've had the players for that. With Ryan Sessegnon now injured, you've only got one left wing back, and you've got 6 attacking players. Do you think the 3-4-3 system still suits the players that you had available right now, or is there going to be talk about maybe changing the formation?
If we think to change the formation, I don't know if you are thinking about to change in a line of 4. We have only 2 or 3 fullback. It's the same, nothing change. This is our shape, and it's not about the striker you have or we have the same fullback and the same wing back. So we have to adapt at the moment and turn player, and probably in the future some player has to play in a position not that usually we use this player, and we will do, and we accept this, and we work with the player to let them play at the best. That's
With Richarlison, he sort of coming in the summer, it felt like he had quite a good start to the season. He was making an impact and then got his injury. Is he kind of a player that's sort of itching to get in the team, and are you sort of trying to find a way of fitting him into the team?
Yeah, this is our expectation from Richie, and we were very unlucky with him because in the World Cup we miss Richie now for a long time, and we miss Richie in the best moment. We had him in the start of the season. Was a player that changed our game. Was a player that changed the pace in the game during the game, and also from the start. He scored 2 goals in Champions League. That was important. We've lost him sometimes, and we have to accept, and we have to work to have him back at the top. And his performance now, I think, could be good.
Is he 100% fit now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we'll end the broadcast section there and move on to the embargoed section, starting with the 12.